Welcome back to the New York Knicks MyLeague in NBA 2K16. Today, we're going to be talking about different things that are happening at the All-Star break of the 2015 to 2016 season. The New York Knicks currently sit at third place in the Atlantic Division, only a game and a half out of first. They are 30-25, and the next game will be taking on the Brooklyn Nets, but you already saw us play the Boston Celtics, and if it comes down to us and the Celtics later on in the season, I would have confidence in that matchup, considering how bad we beat them the first time we played. The Knicks are also climbing the conference standings as they've gone from the 8th seed to the 7th seed, and they're actually only a game and a half out of the 3rd seed as the Boston Celtics currently occupy the 3rd seed tied with the Atlanta Hawks. So the Knicks are pretty much squarely in the playoff picture at this point, as the 8th seed Orlando even is 4.5 games ahead of the 9th placed Indiana Pacers. So now it just really is coming down to seeding as long as the Knicks continue to be a strong team for the rest of the season. And the Knicks have actually been climbing the standings without doing a whole lot too. They only went 9-7 in the last month and 4-3 in the last week, so it hasn't been any sort of ridiculous hot streak inflating that standing. It's just solid play over the course of the season is starting to add up. Here are the player stats for our team. As you can see, 4 of our starters are in double digits for scoring, and Carmelo Anthony actually leads our team in rebounding. Robin Lopez is not too far behind. Ray Allen has 8.5 points off the bench. He's been solid, and Kristaps Porzingis is turning in a pretty solid 6th-man role. Even though he's only playing 20 minutes a game, he is pulling down 6 rebounds and scoring 9 points per game. So that's pretty solid if you ask me. I'm not really going to discuss many of the other players. I'm going to save that for the end of the season performance when I do an evaluation of all the players, whether that be before the playoffs or just before the offseason. You can see some of our depth players now: Perry Jones, Lance Thomas, and Clint Early actually hasn't played a minute this season. He's been inactive every single game. But yeah, we're just going to go through some of the stats here. Rebounding, as you can see, Kristaps Porzingis is actually 3rd. And then assists, Patrick Beverley is the only starter not in double-digit scoring, but he's dishing out 8 assists a game, so I really have no complaints. He's turning out a solid season. If you score 6 and 8 and he's playing excellent defense, I'd say it's a pretty good season out of him. So we're going to show the per 36-minute stats after this, and I'm trying to talk through all this, but I might end up just letting it run and then talking at the next part. But as you can see, three-pointers have actually been a really tough area to come by this year, as none of our starters are shooting better than 35% from three-point range, and there's no one who's shooting under 30%, so I guess that's good. You got 4 good three-point shooters in your starting lineup. I guess Robin Lopez wouldn't count, but Ray Allen's actually our best scorer per 36 minutes, as you're about to see right now, besides Carmelo Anthony, and Kristaps Porzingis is averaging 18 and 12 when it comes to per 36-minute stats. So I'm very happy with the young talent on our team. As you can see, 3 of our players off the bench that are young and have a big future ahead of them or have huge per 36-minute stats. And Perry Jones does too, but I'm honestly not intent on keeping him. He's already like 25, so... Now here are the all-star participants and the different things. You see the dunk contest, the three-point contest right here. Here's the all-rookie team. We do not have anyone on either team besides Jerry and Grant, which I was actually really surprised about because I looked like 7 times and I did not see Kristaps Porzingis, even though he's, I believe, 4th among rookies in scoring. So it might just be some eligibility thing. I have no clue. So here's the all-star participants, though. The only one who made it was Melo, and I imagine that's the game factoring him some sort of fan voting thing, because Kobe Bryant made it in and he's only played 12 games all season. Here's the dunk contest participants, pretty much all rookies, and here's the three-point contest, which is pretty much all veterans. It is all veterans, actually, so you got a good balance there when it comes to that. So the trade deadline is right after the All-Star break, and we decided that we were going to make a move. I wanted to improve the bench center spot. When I play, I do not like Kylo Quinn. He's not a good rebounder when I play with him, and he has no real defensive game. He's slightly above average, if that. So we were looking for real rebounding and post defense, and we looked through the options. We had Hassan Whiteside, who would have been more of a starting type. We had a lot of young guys who could get better, but I really wanted someone who wasn't going to take up a lot of, our plans. And the perfect person, I thought, was Bismack Biyombo. Had excellent inside defense and excellent rebounding. He was the perfect combination of things that I wanted for my team. So we were looking through the trade finder, and once it loads here, you'll see. I guess I didn't click it the first time. Once it loads here, as you can see, you got a couple good trades right here. Not Avery Bradley, but there's a few options here. You can go Kyle O'Quinn, Lance Thomas, or Perry Jones and Kyle O'Quinn. I believe I decided to go with Lance Thomas and Kyle O'Quinn because we do have an extra surplus backup power forward or small forward. We don't have an extra surplus backup center power forward type that we can play in that role. And Lance Thomas is great in real life. He's scored, I think, averaged over 10 points per game for the New York Knicks in real life, but he's very terrible in this game, so I decided to jump on that deal while I could. And we're going to edit our rotation. I did a little bit of reshuffling. I decided to give, I think, Porzingis a few more minutes because this was when the computer auto-fixed my rotation. So this is not how it was set, I don't believe, before. But I do end up giving Porzingis that many minutes in the end, I think, because I wanted to increase his minutes. He was playing, I think, 21. And as you can see, somehow, because we got rid of Lance Thomas, we also got his minutes back, too, because he was playing, I think, 4 minutes a game. But well, leave you with this clip of me editing my rotation, and we'll be on our way. So thank you guys for watching, and we will see you for the next episode of the Knicks MyLeague, where we will be taking on the the Brooklyn Nets in the first game after the All-Star break. So stay tuned.